Hello all. Welcome to Studious Wanderer. In this vlog, we shall explore together one of the most beautiful hikes called the Andharban Jungle Trek. Andharban, literally translating to the dark forest, is a dense jungle situated in the Pimpri region of Maharashtra. The Andharban Forest Trek is ideally taken during the monsoons, and the majority of the trek leads through the dense shaded cover of the forest. If you are new to this channel, please do subscribe and click on the bell icon, so you do not miss any of our upcoming videos on some amazing places. We had a buffet breakfast with multiple varieties, and then headed to Kundlika Valley. We spent few minutes here. The actual Andharban trek starts from here, but to avoid crowds we hiked in the reverse direction. Kundlika Valley is a very beautiful and mind-blowing place parallel to the most famous monsoon trek Andharban. The valley is created by the erosion of the river Kundalika, is a small river flowing from the hills of Sahyadri to the Arabian. A historical trade route called Tamhini Ghat descends in Kundlika Valley from Tamhini Ghat road to Bhira village. The best way to find yourself outdoor from your regular hectic city life. We regrouped ourselves on another side of the Andharban with a short introduction to know the previous trek experience of each individual before starting the hike. After a short introduction, we started our hike on the Andharban Jungle Trail. The name Andharban is a compound word, coming from Andhar, meaning dark, and Ban, which means forest. Literally the dark forest, Andharban is a trail through the dense overgrowth, with beautiful views of the Devkund waterfall, plus valley, and the Tamhini Ghat along the way. Scattered throughout with numerous small streams and waterfalls, it is a descending trek. It begins at an elevation of approximately 2,160 feet in the Sahyadri mountains and descends down into the valley, to reach the backwaters of the Bhira Dam. The green-clad hills of Western Ghats and the Sahyadris make up for great trekking routes through the forests, and to the top, offering stunning views of the monsoon-gifted area. Andharban Trek is an ideal monsoon trek, and is an evergreen Sahyadri forest, covered in mist and dreamy forest landscape in the Tamhini Ghats. The foliage is abundantly thick with cascading waterfalls, as well as still water ponds. You will enjoy stunning views of Kundlika Valley, and amazing species of flora and fauna. People also go night trekking in Andharban. Pre-monsoon, monsoon, and right after a monsoon, i.e., June to September, are the best months to enjoy this trek. But trekking here from October to January is a good idea too, as the forest remains as dense as ever, with added winter mist and chill, which lends it a mystical, magical air. The ideal trek route is as follows, though we did it in the reverse direction to avoid crowds. The trek starts from Pimpri village at a place called Independent Point near Bhira Dam. The initial climb will be completely shaded with dense trees and plenty of water streams, and you will get to enjoy the backwaters of Bhira Dam. The path will take you through the top of a wall adjoining the Bhira Dam, and then lead you to an open area. Further ahead will be poppy fields. Experience seeing some of the most amazing valleys that get a whole new shade of green and beauty in the monsoons, making the entire experience worth cherishing. Due to continuous heavy rain, we could not capture most of the scenic sections en route, though we tried our best. In the next few minutes, let's explore important sections of the route. I see every person as a mountain of sorts. We can see how they look from afar, but we'll never know them until we explore. The mountains are the last place where a man can feel truly wild. You cannot conquer a mountain, for it shall continue to exist beyond you. However, if not careful, a mountain can conquer you. Some mountains only require a good pair of shoes. Others require an entire team to conquer. If there is magic on this planet, it is contained in water. Water is the driving force of all nature. Nothing is softer or more flexible than water, yet nothing can resist it. Many a calm river begins as a turbulent waterfall, yet none hurtles and foams all the way to the sea. When life places stones in your path, be the water. A persistent drop of water will wear away even the hardest stone. In the monsoons, the entire region is filled with numerous waterfalls. Imagine actually walking over the waterfalls. Well, one can actually do that here on Andharban trek. Sometimes you pass over the dense jungle, sometimes through the waterfalls, and sometimes through the vast green plateaus. Yes, this is the Andharban jungle irresistible beauty that can make you pen down your shayari about the dreamy journey into it. Andharban is open all day. In fact, people sometimes treat this as a night trek as well. The only extra precaution being that they need to carry torches and be extra careful to the trail. However, for someone going for the first time, it is always recommended that they trek during the day, as it is easier to lose your way after nightfall, and one small wrong turn could mean that you wander into the Kundalika Valley. It is best to depart for Andharban early in the morning, timing the journey so as to reach the start point latest by 9 a.m. The trail essentially maps a shallow U-shaped turn around the backwaters of the Bhira Dam, in the Kundalika Valley. In spite of being a continuous drop, the continuous rain and slippery route make it slightly tough. It takes around 4 to 5 hours to cover the 13 to 14 kilometers trail. The trail runs completely through a dense jungle and is far from any human habitation. Make sure you carry light snacks and enough water to last, at least 3 liters, but you can also use waterfalls as alternative sources of drinkable water along the route. Being a jungle trek, Andharban offers views of flora and fauna, with several species of birds to be seen, such as chatak, the Malabar whistling thrush, dwarf kingfishers, and minivets among several others. The Indian giant squirrel has been seen around the area, although sightings are rare. Through the course of the trek, we encounter 3 major streams of rivers, the first of which is reached at the end of this path, after about an hour's walking. This can sometimes be turbulent during the monsoons and might need ropes to cross it with. Although the forest can get quite dark, especially due to the presence of fog during the rains, the trail throughout is very clearly visible, with little chance of going awry. Trekkers should watch out for leeches. We suggest you wear full-sleeve/length clothes. There are markers set by previous travelers to mark paths to avoid. In several places, fallen tree logs have been placed horizontally across trails that need to be avoided. The walk through the dense forest is one of very gradual descent. After an enthralling and amazing experience, we finally reached the end of the hike. Ideally, this is a starting point as we did the hike in the reverse direction to avoid crowds. We ended our hike with amazing lunch. Stay tuned and please do subscribe to the channel for many more upcoming adventures.